Welcome back to News 12 The Bronx. Next week marks 1 year since tragedy struck the Bronx. It was on January 9th, 2022 that a fire consumed Twin Parks Northwest, leaving 17 people dead, including 8 children. It was the city's deadliest fire in decades, and tonight News 12's Faith Graham is sitting down with 2 survivors as they reflect on the day that changed their lives forever.
Fire? Nah. Never thought I'd go through that.
1 year later, the sights and sounds of January 9th, 2022 still haunt survivors.
Like, it just felt like death, or like I was about to die, honestly.
Thoughts of impending doom clouded Wesley Patterson's mind as fire alarms rang throughout his 3rd-floor apartment.
I was just sleeping and I look in the room, the window, it was flames like hitting the window, like right then and there. It's like, oh, it's a fire.
Yeah, the fast truck fires on the 3rd floor of a 19-story MD.
That fire was coming from the apartment next door. The culprit, deemed by fire officials, a faulty space heater that burst into flames.
It was blowing our nose. It was soot, like black soot coming out.
A few stories up, Milagros Colon, another tenant, was also panicking.
Subimos arriba que tratamos de abrir la puerta. El hall estaba negro de humo. No se veía nada.
120 families lived in the 19-story building. As they waved for help from their windows, it became clear many of them were trapped.
You know, we were just trapped in there. I tried to get out, burnt my hands on the door.
Smoke billowed out of windows as firefighters rushed by with soot-covered bodies on stretchers.
Pero por la ventana yo veía a los bomberos dándole CPR a la gente. Y yo le decía a mi esposo, yo le decía, ve, abre la ventana y vámonos a tirar que lo...
17 people died from smoke filling their lungs. 8 of them were children, all of them from the West African community.
Un día gris, triste.
But as fate would have it, both Colon and Patterson survived.
Entré al elevador a salir y bajé abajo. Cuando bajé abajo me sacaron por la puerta de atrás.
I took a breath, ran out, and then we came down the ladder. Once we all touched the concrete, I cried.
1 year later, most of the building has been repaired. Some families have even moved back inside, while others cannot bear the thought of returning. What they all have in common, though, is their grief, and that what happened here on January 9th, 2022 changed their lives forever.
Every time I hear fire departments go past, it bothers me. I smell smoke, it bothers me. I check my whole way.
While living in fear may be their new reality, Colon chose to stay in her apartment here. But she has a new outlook on life.
Dios me dio un nuevo lis de vida. Tú no sabes lo bueno que es respirar. Y desde que yo nací estoy respirando.
The fire at Twin Parks Northwest would go down as the city's deadliest fire in more than 3 decades, a title it still holds today. In Fordham, Faith Graham, News 12.
Still so emotional to hear from those survivors all this time later. I had the chance to sit down with firefighters who were among the first on the scene at Twin Parks a year ago. Tomorrow night at 10, I will have those emotional firehouse interviews, including Fire Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh, and how she's fighting to prevent this from ever happening again.